My master always said, there comes a day in every man's life where he has a decision to make. Now I stand here, just like you, amidst the crossroads of eternal glory and endless shame. If only can I endure this path, my name shall reach the heavens. Alas, the pain doesn't end here. The journey has been long, the suffering immense. All the souls that surround me have succumbed to the hardships. But no, young man, there is no glory to be attained in comfort. The hardships you now face will sculpt you into the warrior you were meant to be. Tales are told, many forgotten, but yours shall not. Just like mine. They tell me lies that I can do whatever I want, with no trust in my ability, just because I rule these lands. Valiant words, but hollow. Only my sword decides what kind of a man I truly am. It thirsts for blood, of which I allow, but now, in the few moments of respite I get, my dreams are painted red. I did not choose this life chose me. Born royalty, died a novelty. This is my story. Ah, the Gordian Knot, a twist of fate, a symbol of complexity, a challenge that many believed could never be unraveled. You see, they crafted this tale to embody the insurmountable, the unbreakable, a knot so intricate that it ensnared the minds of those who dared to dream of conquest and glory. They came, these heroes of legend, and they failed, for their minds were bound by the same cords that fashioned the knot itself. But me, I saw through the illusion. My story shall serve as a testament to my unwavering will, a will that only a select few may inherit. The question remains, are you the one who inherits my will? Look around you. Do you see the faces of these doubters? Their laughter, their mockery. It's all a reflection of their own fears. They jeer because they do not understand. They cannot comprehend the mind that dares to cut through their precious complexities with a single, decisive stroke. Now look into my eyes. What do you see? Nothing? No light? No fear? No hesitation? For in the eyes of a conqueror, there is no room for such frivolities. There is only the void, a canvas for action. And in that void, I saw the truth of the knot. It was not a challenge to be painstakingly unraveled. It was a challenge to be decisively conquered. With a single stroke of my sword, I cleaved through the Gordian Knot, and in that moment, the world changed. Simplicity, you see, can be the ultimate sophistication. But what does this mean for you, my friends? What can you glean from this seemingly simple act of defiance? Let me weave you a tapestry of lessons from this tale. First, understand that the world is full of knots, complex, twisted, and seemingly impenetrable. They come in many forms: challenges, doubts, fears. Most will stand before these knots, paralyzed, trying to unravel each strand, each obstacle, with meticulous care. Ha ha! They fear the laughter, the ridicule, the failure. But you, yes you, must wield your sword with courage. You must understand that sometimes the boldest solution is the simplest one. Cut through the noise, slice through the doubts, and make your path clear. Second, embrace the void within. You see, in solitude, there is strength, while others seek comfort in the light, in the safety of numbers. You must find your power in the darkness. When you stand alone, stripped of all distractions, you face the purest form of yourself. It is in this solitude that you forge an unbreakable spirit. You confront your deepest fears and insecurities, not to hide from them, but to conquer them. This is the path of true mastery. As I stood before the knot, I was alone. There were no cheers, no accolades, only the relentless hum of my own heartbeat. It urged me forward, not with promises of glory, but with the undeniable truth of my own resolve. This is what you must learn. The most formidable battles are fought in the quiet corners of your soul, away from the applause and acclaims. And when you emerge victorious from these internal wars, you carry with you, a strength that no external force can shatter. Fear not the crowds, but be worried if you stand amongst them. My heart beats as I enter the battlefield. However, these are not roars of fear, but the drums of liberation. They laugh, but all I hear is cheers. Ha ha, the applause of victory. For mockery by fools doesn't matter, they're nothing but fuel to my fire. They laugh as they are too afraid to take on this ordeal themselves. I hold no grudge against them, rather I pity them. Look around you. Do you see the shining sun of joy? Or do you see the looming clouds of worry? Fear not, for there is good and evil in both. The sun too burns the skin, and the clouds can also offer comfort. The aim is to find solace in both, yet let your purpose drive you. Do not let these fleeting challenges stop you, for they are like the seasons. One leaves as the other arrives. I approach that knot, not with trepidation, but with a clarity born of necessity. A blade, sharp and unforgiving, cleaved through the tangles and twists. I do not believe in destiny, but the fact that you are the master of your own fate. It may have been my destiny to cross paths with this legend, but not my fate to unravel it. I see the beauty of the human mind, then I slay that dragon. I, Alexander, has slain the Gordian Knot. There shall be dragons far greater than this, not for me to slay, but for you to conquer. The greater the dragon, the greater the contentment. The deeper the valley, the greater the echoes of your victory. The greater the sacrifice, the greater the glory. You see, there were many that surrounded me only to see me fail, but they did not realize that I was ready. Ready to fail big, ready to be mocked upon. But only I had the capacity to carry that burden, as most would falter by the sheer sight of the crowd. In that moment, I realized that if I aimed to win big, I have to risk losing big as a consequence. You see, the lesson of the Gordian Knot is not in the complexity, but in the simplicity of its resolution. When faced with an insurmountable challenge, the solution is often not to entangle oneself further, but to sever the ties that bind, to act with decisiveness and abandon the constraints of conventional thought. Fear is the true knot that binds each of us. The fear of failure, the fear of ridicule, the fear of stepping into the unknown. It is this fear that keeps you tangled, ensnared in the web of your own making. But know this, fear is an illusion, a shadow that dissipates when faced head-on. And you, boy, with the light in your eyes, you are different. You do not laugh. You do not jeer. You understand, don't you? The world is not changed by those who fear the darkness, but by those who embrace it, who see through it to the heart of the matter. I have faced the darkness, the solitude of command, the weight of expectation. Alone in the silence of the night, I have waged my wars, not against men, but against the demons within. It is there, in the void, that true strength is forged. Do not seek the comfort of the crowd. Their approval is fleeting, their laughter hollow. Stand alone, embrace the silence, and in that stillness, find your resolve. In the heart of the night, when the world is asleep, that is when you find your true self. Stripped of pretense, stripped of the masks we wear for the world. It is there, in the darkness, that you discover what you are truly made of. The Gordian Knot was not just a test of strength or cunning. It was a test of perception. To see beyond the apparent, to pierce through the veil of complexity with the simplicity of decisive action. That is the mark of a true conqueror. This sword, my friends, is not just a weapon. It is a symbol, a reminder that the power to cut through the impossible lies within each of us. The courage to act, to sever the bonds of fear and doubt, to reshape our destiny with a single decisive stroke. Remember this, as you face your own Gordian knots in life. Do not be bound by the complexities of the world. Do not be ensnared by the fears that hold you back. Take up your sword, face the darkness, and cut through the knots that bind you. For it is in the act of severing, in the moment of clarity, that you will find your true power. Very few understand what it is to be alive. Many just spend their years breathing until they die. I pity the lifeless fools who have neither tasted victory nor defeat. I am Alexander, and I fear nothing, not the laughter of the crowd, not the darkness of the night, not the complexities of the world, for I have faced the abyss, and in its depths I have found my strength.